me just see if I've got everything together. All right, for the show. Today we're going to be talking about edibles, CBD oil, passive exercising when you just don't have it in you to exercise. How is it? How is it you've got to exercise? In fact, I'm just sitting here thinking all of my show and tell stuff that I need to bring. Shoot, shoot. I forgot. Remember the old tens units? The tens units? Uh, those tens units can be used to stimulate your nerves to get the muscles working. Uh, I can't believe it. I do not have that right here. Let me see. But I think no. All right, I'm gonna have to put that off till next Tuesday. So I'll talk a little bit about that. But one of the passive restraints things I want to talk about is if see this here. This is commonly used. Hi, Liz. I got your email today, your message, and I sent you my address. Anyway, anybody can find me. All you have to do is put Dulci Hill on Google. My address pops up. All right, so I'm talking about passive restraint. A lot of us, we have foot drop. Right? When we have MS, a lot of us have foot drop. And that foot drop can manifest itself into a clonus. Let me just see here. I'm thinking if you can see my eyes. Maybe I need to take that off. Anyway, no, maybe because I can't see yet, nor can I read. So I've got to be. All right, a lot of us have clonus, and clonus is when your foot, the nerves don't react to your brain. So what happens is that when you move the foot up, it it bounces. That's clonus. It bounces. Uh, it's kind of like when you think about it. When you were a kid and you'd sit down with your knees bent, you're sitting there in a chair, and your knee goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, it's playing with that repetitive motion is just it's great. So what I'm saying is that a lot of people have plantar fasciitis, and they get this. This is a typical boot for plantar fasciitis. What happens when we walk with drop foot, right? We have a problem in that the back of our foot, right, the heel, the Achilles tendon tends to shrink, and we have to stretch that out. You can do that either with pushing your foot up often. Uh, you can use a TENS unit, but the best way, especially if you're early on, you haven't been diagnosed long, the best way is to put this on your foot, on your because they're left and right. You put it in. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvie. Anyway, you put that on. You put your foot in there. On this is your weak leg, your weaker leg, right? With foot drop, where you have foot drop. You put that on, and you watch TV. You just put it on, and you see with your feet up. It's the passive restraint. It elongates. It elongates. Just 1 minute here. This guy is supposed to go across. All right. He goes across. He holds your foot back. Holds your leg back. This guy goes over. All right. And so you sit down, and it's called manual stretching. Yeah, it's passive stretching. You're sitting on the couch, and your feet. You're watching TV, doing that. It's easy. So everybody, if you're early diagnosed, if you haven't been walking around for over 10 years with drop foot, this here is outstanding. Problem is that there's a lot of us who end up having this drop foot, and we adapt because our bodies naturally want to adapt to it. We adapt to this drop foot, and we never use these things because life gets in the way. We got to get to the bathroom, we got to get to the car, we got to yada yada yada. So and we don't use it. And what happens when we don't use these things? You become like me. All of a sudden, you go to strap this on, and there is no way my foot can get that high. It just, that bend, the Achilles heel problem I have is so tight now because I haven't used this, that my heel, the most it can get my heel is like up like this. It's not good. So can that Achilles heel be hi there, Tina? Can it be stretched again? Yeah, it can certainly be stretched again, real long, but it takes time and patience. And you've got to get another strap, a canvas strap, and now all of a sudden you have instead of using the passive stretch, you put the canvas strap, the dog leash, anything. You put it over your foot, and you sit there. You've got to pull it up, and hold it for 90 seconds, and do that. You get to do that every day. So I feel so it is. It's not fun. It is absolutely not fun. Hi there, Patricia. You're with us. Everybody's getting on slowly. That's all right. I was slow also. All right. So that is passive restraint. Passive restraint. Also, you need to know that, hi, Sarah, there is no reason why we people, the general population, needs to use free weights in order to remain strong. It's important you know that uh, you can exercise and use your body completely. Here, wait, let me move this up completely. All right, completely with your body weight. All right, with your body weight. Do you have to do a push up? No, a lot of us can't do push ups. I used to do layout push ups, I used to do it with everybody. Now, the question is just because you can, should you? Um, there's various different types of push ups. I'm going to show you one. All right, this is using the right. You don't have to do a layout push up. You can use the kitchen counter. You can use the wall. Oh, I'm bringing. Oh my God! So you can use the wall. All right, let me clue. I'm Ben. All right, Ben. Hi, Mark. So there's different ways that you can exercise. Give you an idea that there's no reason why we should be doing squats with machines, right? When we can, I've got exercise videos. We use our body weight. You can use, depending on how your legs are positioned, you can do half squats with your knees together, or sumo squats with your legs beside you, or not beside you. All right, let me give you an idea. Uh, um, we have to work on our abs. We have to work on shifting our weight from our left to our right. And we also have to work on, believe it or not, you sit in front of the couch, put your, yeah, you do that. And then you put a pillow in front of the couch. Hi, Nicole. And what you do is you get up on your knees and then you lower your butt down to uh, to your feet, right, up and down. And I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. All right, I don't know if you can see that. See how they're up and down? See that? Okay. That is, you know how you go to a gym and you sit on a leg extension machine for your quadriceps, the front, you stretch that out. Well, doing the up on your knees and down on your butt is half of a leg extension. So it works at hip flexor. It's outstanding. So that is one of the main things I wanted to tell you. How do you make the most of your body passively? All right. How can you do this? And I'm telling you, remember, raindrops make oceans. Raindrops make oceans. So every little bit you do will help. Will it all adds up. Just like, how do I have to swim a full mile? I did on Sunday. Do I have to swim a full mile in order to achieve a goal? Or can I swim 1/3 of a mile 3 times a week? Because at the end of the week, the goal is done. Um, so, all right, the second thing I want to talk about is a supplement that everybody with MS, I'm telling you what, I'm not a medical professional, but I've read the American Medical Journal. I've read the studies. The studies. There is PubMed. I read a study in PubMed. Oh my God, it's out there, guys. Everybody with MS needs to take this alpha lipoic acid. And I like this because it has two different types. It has R alpha lipoic acid at 300 milligrams and S alpha lipoic acid. The reason why you want to take this is that I had an MRI. I'll start at the end. The reason why is it prevents your brain from shrinking at an alarming rate. They discovered that people with MS lose the brain mass. The brain starts shrinking at a higher rate of it. So the average person loses 0.01 brain mass every year, right? People with MS, and that means 0.01. So now you have, the next year you have 99.99, right? The following year, the average person loses 0.01. So the following year you have 99.98. And it gets progressive, and so after 100 years, right, after 100 years, you may have, what is 100 point, what is it? Now you have 98. Is it 98 or do you have 80? I don't know. All right, I'm not a math gal. So what? All right. So what I will say is that I showed you my MRI. Oh my God, my MRI for my neck and my spine. I've showed it to you. It's a hot mess with lesions. The brain met. It's just I've got a new term, a new buzzword. It's defy your MRI. Defy it, and that's true with everybody who's ever gotten an MRI and the surgeon says, "Yeah, we got to operate." Well, it's like, we can always operate, but we can't always unoperate, right? We can't. Um, Dennis, hi, Dennis, Mark. Let's see. It's Mark. It's too hard to exercise. Well, I'm sorry. And that's at surgery. So defy your MRI. This is what I'm going to tell you. My MRI showed cerebellum lesions, pons all over my cerebral, excuse me, my C spine, my neck had so many lesions. I showed you. We all said, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But what I will tell you is that I take this now for a good 10 years. I've been taking this since I read that study, and I've done videos on why we all should be taking this. So even then, the neurologist looked at this. Everybody looked at my MRI. I looked at my MRI. It doesn't look good, but you know what? My brain has not shrunk. It's still really, and that's good because the average person with MS loses every year 1%. Now that is so the first year you've got 99%. The second year it's 1% of the 99, so it's nine. The second year it is 9.9% but it keeps going down. The name is Alpha, 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 Alpha lipoic, LIPOIC acid. And Sarah spelled it out on YouTube. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for spelling it out. All right. What you want to get when you shop this is you want to get alpha lipoic acid, R as in Romeo, dash ALA. All right. And the second one is you want to get S dash ALA. S. All right. Alpha lipoic acid. Everybody needs that. All right. The study, now let me tell you a little bit about the study. The study said take 1,200 a day. Each pill is 600 milligrams. 1,200 a day upset my stomach. So it says take one capsule as directed by your healthcare. All right. Let's see. What does it say? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. But the reason why you want to take this is that is it prevents the shrinking of your brain. There's other things that it helps with, but the main reason why everybody with MS, hi Paul, needs to take it is because we have to protect our brains. We have one brain. Once it's shrunken, you can't unshrink it. So even though, hi Diane, Diana, love you. You're not on YouTube. You're, but anyway, yeah, obviously you're a meerkat. I didn't share this. I didn't share this in meerkat. Um, so you have to be careful with stomach upset. Worst case scenario, you take it like I do. You take one a day, and one a day is preventing my brain from shrinking. There's no shrinkage. It's really impressive. So it's one a day with food. If I take two a day, it upsets my stomach. All right. Yes, Diana, you made the jump. I love that. I love that. Love that adventure. All right. So, um, all right. I'm getting my next show and tell. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is edibles. Edibles. CBD edibles. All right. There's just so much to know about this CBD to the point where, because I go and I spend way too much money on trying different strains and uh, uh, just I real quick I got to answer this question, Mark. Um, what I would suggest is for you to Google, right? There comes a point when I need the suggestions, but not as a doctor. And you can't take my word as gospel. So at this point, I've planted the seed of information on alpha lipoic acid, the S, the standardized, and the R. And you get it. So how many milligrams? The PubMed, the study said 1,200. There's two of these pills. That's what they investigated. What do I take? I take 600 a day, and it seems to work. Again, I don't. You need to. Hi, Susan. You need to research that. Uh, um, again, PubMed is one of the places you can go, and let's see. All right, so I'm going to talk about edibles. And what I'm going to talk about specifically is something called dewdrops. Dewdrops. Dewdrops, D-O, drops. All right, if you're in a medical marijuana place, I just have to tell you, I stand corrected. Hi, Davina. I just stand corrected. You guys know how anti-pot I was. You know that. But you know what? I am more anti-narcotics. I have narcotics in case of emergency, break glass, but I don't like how my pain doctor would rather me be as high as a kite on narcotics than having a trace of CBD oil in my system. All right. So this here it's a vape. So people who don't want to smoke are this here is amazing. Richard, I wish you were here, Richard, because I'd like your opinion on this. This dewdrops, they also come in cappuccino and chocolate, which is good for those of us who with upset stomachs or who tend to get heartburn and stuff. So, but this here, let me tell you what this has done for me. I take a half of one of these. They're 40 for 40 cost me $30 for 40 of these. All right, 40, that gives me 80 days if I only eat a half. What does a half do for me? It relaxes my body It doesn't make me sleepy. It stimulates my brain. In fact, all I've had is one cup of coffee. I had my 2 eggs and toast my husband makes me, and then I had a half of a dewdrop, and of course my baclofen. You know, oh, I actually took alpha lipoic acid, my daily vitamins, but this here increases how your well-being. It makes you feel more energetic, uh, happier, kinder. So dewdrops, I highly recommend it. It's spelled drops, DODROPS. So, and it's 2.5 THC per gummy. And so if you eat a half like me, it's 1.25, uh, uh, and then let's see, 30 dollars. That's pretty good. So 80 days. All right, let's see. All right, now this is what it says on the back of this. It says dewdrops are the approachable edible. At just 2.5 per piece, this bag of low-dose, agenda-friendly gummies was made with a mix of heart and science to help you do what you love to do. And there's a heaviness. I tell you, you, you get them at a medical marijuana dispensary. Do you live in a state where you can get medical marijuana? And if so, what you need to do, everybody needs to do, right? Go down to your closest dispensary and ask them, how do I buy your product legally? How do I get the cheapest prescription? How do I get the medical marijuana card? How do I do it? Because they have a vested interest in selling you their product, and they were able to get me my card and a prescription for, it was like $60. It was nothing. If I had gone through backwards, hi there. No. The problem is that if you go to your doctor, who is a substance abuse, he's also a general practitioner. I love my doctor. But going there, they charge $300 that is not covered by your insurance. So I've got in order, I'd have to, if I were just a regular person, I think, all right, I'm gonna try this medical marijuana. I would go and ask my doctor first. All right, I would. That's awful. That's all right. All right. So Davina, Liz just told me she jumped on to YouTube to tell us that they're on Facebook. It's not working. It's stop and go. It's stop and go. So so what I want to tell you is that to answer that question is if you were to go to your doctor, because that's the way we've been taught, the right way to do things, go to your doctor and say to your doctor, "Well, I'd like to get off narcotics. I don't want to take all this stuff. I just don't want to do. Is there something to this medical marijuana?" And your doctor looks at you. My doctor says, absolutely, I'd love to see you try this. I think you should. For you, Dulcie, you have to make an appointment with the physician's assistant, who is gonna give you the card and the prescription, but it's gonna cost $300. It's not covered by insurance. So that's if you do things the way that we have been conditioned to do. Go to your doctor, tell your doctor the problem, and ask the doctor to figure it out. The right way, this is the right way to do things, is go to a dispensary and say, I heard of this product that Dulci said on MS Live. It's called Dewdrops, and I want to try that. But how do I get them? How do I, how do I get that? And they say, well, you know what? You have to get a prescription for them. You have to get your medical marijuana card, so the state has to know. Uh, Bottom line is that if you want a medical marijuana card, if you want to get this and you live in a state that has it, I would say go to the guy who's selling it. Go to a medical marijuana dispensary. And then you have the dewdrops, which it just everybody I know who has tried this, you know how negative you feel when you go out and you see people wearing masks. Everybody looks like a bandit. Just everybody is just miserable. I can't even watch news because I feel like I'm bullied. Why is it everywhere you go, somebody is telling you what to do? Just no, I can't do it. I can't. It's just if you're sitting in your home and you feel like, how can we feel bullied? I mean, all the things that I have to do to get ready for something that's going on tomorrow, all of a sudden it's like, but I got to work out, right? And it's overwhelming, right? And then worrying about getting enough sleep at night. And I've discovered there are vapes. I went both feet in as far as deciding that I was going to. Hi, Tim. Happy birthday, big guy. Um, so we're talking about dewdrops. Have you ever tried this dewdrops, Tim? How does it work for you? How does it dewdrops? Dewdrop. This is a great thing. Uh, I'll tell you what. It works better than antidepressants. All right, edibles. All right. All right, and then there is, in fact, Richard was here before, talking a little bit about this. It's called Harry. Let's see what it is. It's kind there. It's all right, and this is complete terpenoids. All right, all right, complete terpenoids is meaning they take the plant and they master the whole plant, right? It's CBD, right? So I think it's a hemp plant. There's no THC in it, but Heritage has a number of these CBD with no THC, and it's supposed to be really good, and it's supposed to help people relieve their pain without being high. And I thought that's what I wanted. I said, I do not want to be high. I do not want to be high. But you know what? There is a certain amount of THC that works with CBD. That's why these dewdrops work so well. 1.25, taking 1.25 with a half of that, right? A half only has 1.25 THC, the intoxicating thing, but it's got so many more. It kind of lifts the terpenoids. Uh, Pinene is the main terpenoid that really works on these dewdrops. Pinene. And anyway, and I needed to have. I'm a hot mess. All right, so and then there's sleep. There's those of us who have problems sleeping, right? There is sleep, and I'll tell you what. See this there. Um, blue cheese. Blue cheese is a vape that you can smoke. What I like about vaporizers instead of the old classic smoking a bone and stuff like that is that you can just do a little bit, a little bit. So you can take smaller amounts. This stuff, it's all CBD, it's all hemp. Um, it gave me heartburn. It just didn't take away my pain. No, didn't take away my pain. And this is everything I tried that had basically nothing, no psychoactive THC, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. When I put a very little bit of that THC, it worked. Uh, it did. I don't know. Am I making sense? And then this here is indica. Uh, that is this put you on put you on your ear. Makes you dizzy, dry. You know what? And Tim, I will say that Tim is saying that we need THC. And I got to ask you, why? Why do we need THC? What come in and let us know why do we need THC? I need to get you know what? I'm gonna get I I'm full of promises, and I apologize. Uh, then there's this other thing. It's called cantaloupe haze, and that's supposed to be. It's sativa, right? And pinene. What the heck is pinene? Pinene. All right. And Tim is saying that the THC helps relieve the pain. You gotta have the THC for pain removing properties. Uh, I am interested. It's the pinene. Pinene is number one, and this is cantaloupe haze, and that's supposed to let's see, it's calming. Uh, uh, let's see here. No, wait. My the MS additive that's supposed to work the best is carpalene. You know what? Back when uh, yeah, and that is good to know. Tim is letting us all know that the way you have to look at marijuana pretty much is sativa equals energy. The higher the sativa is, the more energy you have. Uh, indigo is indica is the sleeping, but it's the THC. So knowing that, right? If there needs to be a balance between energy and sleepiness. You need a little bit of sleepiness to relax your body, um, but the sativa gives you energy, and that's really important to know. It's Avon, hi, like Avon or Pure Romance. All right, Tish, I don't understand. I don't under. So it's got to have a little THC. Well, all of a sudden, so now you've got the main thing, sativa, which is energy, THC, which is sleep. All right, so you mess around with the how much energy? Too much energy makes people can make you anxious. So so you're anxious, you're nervous, you're kind of freaked out, it's got so much, right? You need a little bit of goes on here. You need a little bit of THC in order to balance out the anxiety. All right. So now you've got those two balancing things. Now start looking at the components, the terpenes, the cannabinoids in there. What are the main things? Each one has a behavior. There's a behavior reaction. Uh, like humulene is a terpenoid that is it's known to suppress your appetite. Uh, with teachers, I mean, yeah, it's that is the big thing. All right, hang on. All right, I'm gonna go sideways on you. All right, I've got to plug this in. Okay, because my it fell out. It the charging thing fell out. Also, Tim is saying that mostly creativity he gets that with sativa. All right, and Liz is saying indica relaxes her and gets her drowsy. But with THC, she gets 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And it's true, this blue cheese, I know, Tim, you like Blue Dream, but and if I don't label them, I'll end up with a unlabeled. In fact, I've got a green unlabeled vape that I don't know what it is. I don't. So I need to go to the dispensary and ask them what have I ordered because I need to continue to label all this. Now this blue cheese, it's very high in THC. All right, what I discovered, if I have that in next to my bed, if I'm about to read a book and I'm safe I'll start, I'll take a little bit of that. Let me tell you what happened. I've no idea what I'm reading. I read the same sentence over and over again. I try to go to sleep. I try to go to sleep and I almost can't because I'm like there is something in me that's preventing me to sleep. So what I discovered, what I like about blue cheese is if I sit on the couch at the night when I'm done all eating, when brush my teeth, wash my face, I've got my walker, I decide I'm gonna sit on the couch. I'm gonna do something mind dead. Like, hi, Beth. like playing a video game or getting, watching TV show. If I'm going to do that, then about an hour before bed, I can smoke a little bit of that and it'll smoke and then watch that because then I'm relaxed when I go to bed. I don't need to take this to bed. And then I can go to sleep. Also, I stay away from melatonin. By any chance, did anybody stop using melatonin? Because I said try without, try life without melatonin. That is huge as far as me feeling groggy the next day. So between me not doing the melatonin, me doing this, dewdrops, I don't want anything to do with Ritalin or methylphenidate, which I think most of us have. And in the, I've got so much stuff in my medical cabinet that I just don't want a part of because you know what? I've gone the full scale with the full scale with THC. With that, blue cheese is something that will turn off all of a sudden. I'm comfortable. But I got to tell you something. The problem I have with THC is that all of a sudden, if I take a little bit of that, and now I really need a massage. I don't react right to medication, including this. My next attempt is something really high in Satvia. Uh, I think I'm going to try that because I've tried something called, it is cantaloupe, uh, cantaloupe haze, and it's supposed to give you energy but it's a small amount of that gives you energy. You start doing a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know. So, anybody have any recommendations for me to try on the Satvia? Liz, that is, all right. No, you know what, Jim? I've been married too long to get massages from a spouse. No, you know what? No, no, no. You know what? There's a backstory. Yeah, it just God gives you love where He wants you to get it from, not necessarily where you want to get it from. It'd be great. It'd be great. It'd be great to be able to. He used to have his hands all over me. He used to. Anyway. Anyway, tell me, a Satbia. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, I've got humor. Tim, I got some things that really would make you laugh. But I'm a tomboy at heart. I say things I probably should. All right, and Liz is seconding the fact if it's a high THC, there's no way you're going to remember what you're reading. Forget it. Forget it. Anyway, so I think that's what the dewdrop. Now I know that Cheyenne and Dexter Cheyenne. I don't know which one. Which one am I talking to? Cheyenne or Dexter? Which one is the? You know what? I'm gonna say which one's the easy one. And I see the easy one is the one who has multiple sclerosis, right? It's the hard one. Our caregivers. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So, all right, Cheyenne, you're, yeah, just go through the dispensary. Do you have in Canada, do you have a lot of local dispensaries? In Maryland, here in this, we have one almost on every corner. Uh, but I have, if, I told Tim this, if I could pack up my car and be willing to get in the car for 30 minutes, I can go to a medical marijuana dispensary that has copious amounts of everything. If I'm lazy and I only want to do 15 minutes down the road, uh, they have a limited supply, and I enjoy not driving as much. What I need a Satvia that allows me to want to go on an adventure. This here will lift me. This makes me feel human, right? The dewdrop. I feel human. But do I feel like, all right, let's clean the house, put away the prison stuff. Let me do something. Forget it. I remember I said last week we all have to make a schedule of things that we have to do, uh, including put in when you're going to bathe, you're going to walk your dogs, you're going to exercise, what specifically you're going to do with exercising, what rooms you're going to clean up, what you're going to make for dinner, whether you're going to take out the garbage, put a load of laundry, put it all on a list so you can feel productive at the end of the day. Tim, I'm trying to figure out how I we had time to go to school or work. Oh my gosh, it just blows my mind that people feel well enough to leave their house every day. I mean, I make myself go and participate in life. I do that. Probably 4 days a week. 4 days. But I'll tell you, a good 3 days a week, I'll need to leave. You know, happiness, home is where you hang your hat. It's home is a state of mind. Contentment is a state of mind. Um, and I'm hell bent on Kim. Okay, all right. I'm writing that down. Tim, I love you. All right, Tim has given us a recommendation, so we gotta investigate. All right, I'm getting a pen. All right, we have to investigate it. It's called ChemDog. ChemDog. All right, I'm gonna check that out. ChemDog, he recommends, or in his personal, he's not a doctor. None of us are, but he recommends that ChemDog has high energy and low THC. And maybe I'm gonna check that out only because I just need to be excited. You're like a puppy, a puppy. When you get up in the morning, Winston's like, I'm so excited. When can we run? When can we go for a walk? When? You know what? The exuberance, sitting there watching him run around. Any puppy, you know what's the most fun in the world is watching a brand new baby goat. Oh my gosh. A baby goat, when they're born, and we all need to be, we need to be excited like that. And maybe there is a strain of medical marijuana that will make us like baby goats. I want the baby goat strain because I'm telling you what, Google or YouTube baby goats prancing. They prance. We had baby goats. They are so cute. They're so filled with joy. Goats are awesome. Are awesome. In fact, a little secret. I went to a party, right, and there is. Uh, we're all in this jacuzzi, we're all talking. It's in Southern California. We're talking about our pets. We're talking about our pets. And there was this guy who talked about, I got goats. I got a fish tank and goats. Man, that just, I was like, whoa, you have goats? So I'm sorry, he's talking about his goats. And I just, it was such an enigma, so out of the box. I wanted to see his goats, and ended up marrying him. That's Brian. And if he didn't have goats, if he just so amusing, so amusing. Hi, Jan. Let's see. All right. Okay. Tim says that this stuff, Chem Dog. This is huge. Chem Dog will allow me to clean my house and then the neighbors, and I'll have more energy. I'm telling you what. Thank you, Tim. All right, Chem Dog. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Chem Dog during the morning, and dewdrops just as it slightly elevates you, but again, I don't think high sativa is called for, or sativa is called for if you struggle with anxiety. So, boy, I've talked a lot about medical marijuana today. Talked about passive restraint or passive exercising and stretching. We have to do that. Uh, uh, and one final thing I will talk about is that there's so much that so much problem, so many problems. Dishwasher breaks, car is in an accident, needs to be repaired. The truck needs brake jobs. Now, without a vehicle, rental is expiring, and it's just there's always a reason to panic. There's always there's all right. I got it. Give me a ring. Yes, Tim, that's good. We'll talk. And Tim is my when I was 16, a little bit of a wild child. Tim was, you know what? I loved you like a best friend. Oh, you know what? Pete, thank you. Pete also says that super silver haze. Super silver haze. All right, that's another one to look up. So I know, but you know what? When we would go down to Sea Isle City, it there was a wildness in me that when we'd take the car and we'd go and we would smoke pot. There was a wildness in me that needed to be fed, and 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 roof riding on the Cutlass. Remember your Cutlass? Oh my God, crazy things that I look back and I think there's a lot of things that I did as a teenager, as a young adult, that I can only say God decided that He wanted to save my life because there is no reason why I made it. You, and if you talk to my parents, I think both of them need therapy for raising me. But you know what? I came to Christ. I came to Christ, and isn't that uh, maybe it's for this silly broadcasting. Maybe we all get together. I just need you guys to know. All right, since it's Tuesday, on Thursday, because you guys know me. You guys know that every Tuesday I like to say have a great weekend. But I recognize uh, I'll tell you, my parents are divorced, right? Mom said she remembers you, right? My dad uh, doesn't remember. It's not that he doesn't remember. I don't think he paid attention to kids as much as my friend. He knows he has a daughter and a son, but that's a situation. All right, so let's go back. We'll talk. We'll talk about my parents remembering you, my brother. I don't know. Anyway, so let's all get together on Thursday. Um, I will have more information on the TENS unit and how it works as far as passive exercise. All right. Love you all. Please subscribe. All right. Where is I've got? Please subscribe. Remember alpha lipoic acid if you have MS. Keep your brain from shrinking. I love you all. God, I ask that you allow my words and other people's words here to just to touch and comfort and to uh, just better everyone's life who's watching this, Lord. Allow us each to be an instrument of thy peace, to only see the good and to know that with you all things are possible. In Jesus' name I give thanks. Amen. Love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye. Bye, guys.